nonprofit organization established in 2015 whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc love the kids.
Welcome to Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with the guru, Louisiana T, the man, and my guy, VZ. What's going on, guys?
Chilling, man.
Chilling.
Hey, it's been a crazy week in football. Last week was crazy. I'm not sure if any of us, how many games any of us got right. I got a couple, maybe. I know you guys probably got more, than me. But last week was a crazy week, man. I don't even want to talk about it too much because I lost everything. I lost my hat, man. The house is gone, the car is gone, everything's gone. You know what I mean? So this week I'm gonna need some better picks out of y'all because I really rely on y'all for that knowledge that y'all all have about the games, man. So let's go ahead and start off with a little bit of football talk. I mean, we can go ahead and get into it. What did y'all think about the Flacco trade? We won't start with the game. We'll just talk about the trade. What did y'all think about that Joe Flacco trade to the Cincinnati Bengals? I think they traded Flacco a 6th-round pick for a 5th-round pick.
Yeah.
Go ahead, LT. What do you think about that?
Pointless. I thought it was pointless. Mainly because I've said this before about the Bengals. I don't think a quarterback is necessarily going to help them any at this point. They don't have a line. You can't protect anybody, no matter who you put back there. And you need somebody that's mobile if you get a quarterback. And Flacco ain't that. He's actually the exact opposite of what you need. So I'm thoroughly confused by the pick as far as the trade myself. I think the winner is Cleveland in this category because they actually got something back for him. I am surprised they got anything. I thought it was pointless.
Man.
Same thing with the Flacco being a non-mobile QB and old. I don't see why. I thought the Bengals should have picked up Russell Wilson. I thought Russell Wilson was going to be an option. They didn't even call the Giants. So I think that's a terrible plan from the Bengals altogether because Russell Wilson would have had them balling. But I think Browns win that one too.
VZ.
I mean, yeah, man. I definitely think the Browns won just because they got something for Flacco. I think what the Bengals were trying to do was like pacify their receivers because Browning just wasn't getting it done. But once again, like all the points everybody made, it ain't gonna help if you go get Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't move. He's older. He's not a long-term backup solution because it seems like Burrow's gonna get injured often with that terrible line. So I don't understand the move. The Browns won though because they got something back.
And that's what I've been hearing. Like he's not going to have as much time to throw the ball. He's not mobile, so it's like, what is it? But what you do see from him is that he's had a few years. Flacco can get the ball out there. I'm not sure what Browning's doing, but right now they need something to pacify their receivers and try to get them into next year pretty much because right now if they can't rely on their quarterback being there from year to year, you're not going to want to waste Jamar Chase's a career. Exactly. You're not going to want to be paying your other receiver Higgins all the money you're paying them. They're paying these guys a massive amount of money. They're going to have to get rid of somebody or hope that they can miraculously grow a line. And so what do you guys think about the Shador situation? We're going to start with you, man. What do you think this does for Shador as far as him moving up in that depth chart?
I think he just knew it was going to happen, but the coach does not want it to happen. Like his whole, every time they talk about him, I don't know why they even ask him questions and he answers them with exactly what he's thinking. He needs to be PR trained, completely media trained and everything. I don't know why Myles Garrett hasn't even said anything. Been like, hey, bro, you got to chill out. You're saying a lot. And
are you talking about Shador or are you talking about
just how the coach talks about Shador? Yes, Stefanski, he be tripping. He has no idea like what he's doing to Shador.
VZ.
Man, I think obviously it was good for Shador. I think what you created though, because it's a lot of people in Cleveland that want to see Shador play. In that locker room and in the city. You know what I'm saying? As far as the fans. What's name is going to be on Dylan is going to be on a short leash now. if he has a bad half, they're going to be calling for Shedeur. You know what I mean? Now, why they haven't committed to him being the backup? Like, who else is going to be that? I don't know. You still going to keep him at third string? I don't know, but it just creates a sense of urgency. Like you said, like we were talking about earlier, it's really not fair to Dylan because he's going to have a super short leash. And if the team starts saying if he has a bad half or a bad game and the team start kind of clamoring for Shedeur, now you divide the locker room, and that's not what you want with two rookie quarterbacks or your only options on the team.
LT.
Well, hats off to this trash bag organization for absolutely making a firestorm of this nonsense. They really set Dylan Gabriel in a really bad situation here. And like I said, this kid actually puts you in a position to win the game, but that your defense lost. This past weekend, I thought he played well enough for them to win, and they haven't seen that in quite some time, if we're being honest. Somebody that actually puts them in a good position by not really making mistakes, right? So I feel really bad for him. Now, on the other side of it, Shedeur's in a bad situation, right? Because he's not going to get an opportunity. As much as everybody wants him to play, as much as we talk about it, it's not going to happen. The only reason, and I've said this from day one, the only reason that he is there is because of this, what is happening here, us talking about the Browns. Okay, that is the only reason that he is still there. That is the only reason that he got drafted there. So hats off to them for making this complete chaos. But they got their wish. We're all talking about it.
You've been very consistent with this down the line, so I do respect that. I mean, and what you've been saying, it's bore out within like what's been going on. We've watched it play out this way.
Yeah.
Stefanski has let everybody know he hasn't even, like you said, he hasn't even committed to him to be the second string quarterback at this point in time.
And there's nobody else.
There's nobody else.
I think they just brought a guy off the practice squad. I can't remember his name. You know what I mean? They brought another guy off the practice squad and moved him up. I'm not sure if he's number 2. He's just saying, I'm going to wait, let the week play out. He doesn't even get to practice with the practice squad. I mean, so he's not ready to even go on the field. We've watched his last preseason game. I felt like was a setup. That's my personal opinion. It does not hold the opinion of everybody on this panel. I felt like it was a setup. You bring him in with 4 guys who you're cutting the very next day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it just, to me, I'm just not seeing the will to even want him there. I think that they are trying to force Stefanski's hand without telling him. I think the ownership, because he said he didn't know that Flacco was gone. He was like, that was a surprise to me. You basically walk in and the veteran that you have as your backup, as your go-to guy is now gone. I'm basically saying to you, hey, you're going to play this kid. We're not going to make you play this kid, but we're going to make you play this kid. Gabriel played a good game. Can't take it from him. He was great at throwing 5-yard passes, 7, 8-yard passes. He looked good at that. But anything over that, he didn't look very good to me. He didn't like he can throw the ball over the line. He got a few of them batted down.
Rookie. Yeah.
You don't get me wrong. I think he was 13 for, or remember what was he? I can't remember. He was something for like 27. I can't remember exactly what it was. He had some pretty decent. His numbers were not horrible. Let's just say that his numbers weren't horrible. I think he had 140 yards up until the last drive of the game, and then that's when he gained another 50 yards, whatever he got to get himself to 190. He had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He didn't turn the ball over. He looked decent.
Took care of the ball. Yeah,
I think that's what Stefanski wants. I don't want to harp on this for too long, but my personal opinion, I think they're going to have to let him on the field. The owner came out and said, we are going to see both of these rookies play. I think that was the call he made because the owner listens to the press. I've watched a lot of Cleveland local press, and these guys are screaming, not necessarily just for Shedeur, but they're like, hey, Shedeur needs a chance to play. The fans are saying it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the organization has nothing to lose by allowing him to play some games. I don't know when that's going to happen,
but they're not even giving him an opportunity in practice. All right,
absolutely.
In order to get ready for the game, in order to get to the field, you've got to at least get the reps in practice. They're not even giving him any. They're not preparing him at all to step on the field.
How do you force his hand? How do you force the coach's hand without forcing his hand in public? You trade away you trade away the person like Flacco.
You give him no choice.
Take away your options. Here you go. Deshaun's not coming back. We don't want him here.
Yeah, it's like I ain't saying you got to play, him, but hey, these only people you got.
Because I'm not going to waste another pick. If I don't have to waste another pick on a quarterback next year, you wasted 2 this year. If I don't have to waste another first-round pick on a quarterback when I have other needs right now, What am I going to do? That I think they might have 2 first-round picks or 1 or 2 first-round picks next year. I'm not absolutely sure. Don't quote me on that. But the Browns are not bad. They got a good running back in Junkins. He looked like a baller last game.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty much could have won that game. From they hadn't had a holding call. He had like a 50-yard run that he had.
They called it back. Yeah,
it was a beast. You know what I mean? That was a W right there for him. Had that touchdown gone through, it might have been a different game. But let's go ahead and skip over to this Monday night game we got going. This Thursday night game we got going on tomorrow night. We got the Eagles and we got the Giants. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off with you, VZ. You know what I mean? What do you think about this Thursday night matchup with the defending champs going against, I would say, one of the defending bottom dwellers with a rookie quarterback? What do you think about this matchup?
I think, honestly, this game is dangerous on both sides.
Really?
Philly got to get certain things right. I know they're winning, but how they're winning plays a part.
Absolutely.
Saquon don't look the same, and I don't know if that's for scheme or opportunity. They're not, so they can't do what you were doing last year, and that's mostly because everybody saw what you did last year. So you're gonna load the box, you're gonna make Jalen Hurts beat you. Devontae Smith is the only consistent presence in the passing offense. Hurts, he looks decent, but when anytime he puts up numbers of the quarterback we want him to be, they usually lose that game. AJ Brown, he'll have spurts where he look. I think that they're gonna at some point they're gonna end up trading AJ Brown, because I mean you've won games without him. You've won games without using him. You could eventually just get what you can for him and shed his salary. I think that it could, especially with it being a division game, it could be a trap game. And where are they playing at? Are they playing in Philly or are they playing in New York? They're playing in New York. Okay, so that could be a trap game. Crowd get behind Dart. He make a couple good plays. Then Philly got to come back, which means they got to throw the ball 30, 40 times. That's not Hurt's strong point. But on the flip side, you got a monster defensive line going up against, a rookie quarterback. That's a good defense and a good coordinator. They gonna make it hard on him. You know what I'm saying? As much as like the moxie that him and Scatterboo have, that may not be enough to talent-wise. Philadelphia is the obvious better team, but they got some question marks on offense, and their secondary is looking real shaky right now.
LT.
After you lose a game to the Saints, I'm not going to pick you to win. So I'm going to pick the Eagles, and there's an easy decision why. Okay. Eagles lost a close game, all right, to, I believe, the Broncos, correct?
Yeah.
So, and the Broncos were the better team that day. Let's not get it twisted, okay? It was not like Philly went out there and lost themselves. I thought they really got outplayed in every position, if I'm being honest, on the field. When you go into New York, that crowd's going to be very loud, division game, right?
Mm-hmm.
They could be 0-12, 0-15. It doesn't matter. That place is going to be loud because they hate each other. Okay, this is an old rivalry. It's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. The Eagles are going to hand them that spankings. Okay, is how I'm going to put this. And the line's going to hurt them. I think they're going to get real pressure on Dart. Dart did not look the same last week whenever he's very uncomfortable. Whenever you get him out of the pocket and flush him and actually get pressure on him, he's not the same kid. He might grow out of it. I just don't see it happening right now. I think this is a pretty easy win for the Eagles. It will be closer than people expect, but I do see the Eagles winning.
Sorry about that, man.
You see, the thing I like about the Giants team is they built a team to go against the line. They have I think they got the best defensive line in the NFL, and I think Dexter Lawrence, he's been going crazy. I think the Eagles have been relying on running a lot. They really, on their offense, they haven't really relied on anything to win them the games, but their run game is everything they got, and the Giants can really stop that with Dexter Lawrence and Thibodeau and Burns and all these Abdul Carter. They've got some monsters on their D line that they built for that. Yeah. I think same thing with it being a divisional game is going to be huge. But after AJ Brown's been tripping the way he has, I feel like every year AJ Brown starts getting mad at Jalen Hurts, and every single time he gets mad at Jalen Hurts, the next game he goes crazy. Yeah, he just goes crazy. I think AJ Brown might be doing steroids because he's always mad, but I think AJ Brown, he might go crazy. He might go crazy with them tomorrow. So I got the Eagles still. But I think the Giants, if the pass game don't work out, Giants going to expose them.
What I'm going to say with this one, I know that Jalen Carter, I believe that D lineman for the Eagles, he's questionable for the game. Slayton is out at wide receiver for New York. I mean, that's two of your top receivers gone. Dart already threw 2 interceptions last game. He was 2 for 2, 2 interceptions against the Saints. I'm not trying to knock the Saints, but we all know the Saints are supposed to be the bottom dwellers this year. I'm not really seeing it's Philadelphia is going to, I think they're going to handily beat this team. This is, I don't think the Eagles aren't going to lose a game. I don't think they're like how you can look at like the Chargers or a team like, I won't even say Buffalo. I mean, because, Buffalo lost to the Patriots. I mean, but we can't knock the Patriots because they're not horrible. They're not, absolutely horrible. But I mean, I don't see the Eagles being a team like that ends up losing to a perennial, pretty much a bottom dweller for this year. So I'm going to go with the Eagles. Beezy, who you got?
Bottom line, I got the Eagles, but I think it's going to be a tough game because it's divisional. It'll probably be closer than people think.
LT.
Eagles. Definitely take the spread, though.
Man.
As much as I want to say Giants to be different, I'm gonna still just go with the Eagles. But I would love to say the Giants, though.
All right, that's who we got there. Let's move on to the next one, man. Hey, the next one is a game that's near and dear. I'm gonna say this every time you hear about the Broncos. Near and dear to my heart, Denver Broncos against the New York Jets. I'm gonna leave this run short and sweet. Blowout Broncos. Man, who you got?
Man, I think Justin Fields been balling this year. I don't care what nobody say. The Jets team has been doing awful on defense. Yes, but I think their offense. I think even though this Broncos team is crazy on defense, I'm gonna give it to the Jets because Justin Fields. I'm not falling off on him yet. I don't give up on him yet.
Okay,
easy.
I can kind of agree. You know what I'm saying with man that the Jets, their defense is to me the weakest part of their team. You look at Breece Hall's numbers last game, and you look at Fields' numbers last game. Without looking at the score, you would think they did pretty good. And you know what I'm saying, but they got blown out essentially. I don't think that they have enough talent defensively to contend with the Broncos. Plus, the Broncos defense is crazy. So I mean, what's the dude named Benito? He's gonna wreak havoc. And I mean, Surtain Jr. is gonna shut down one whole side of one receiver. So it ain't gonna be too many options. I got the Broncos.
LT.
We keep praising the Broncos defense, and I think it's for good reason, right? They have one of the best defenses in the game, in my opinion. I think this is going to be an easy win for them. I don't know what y'all are talking about on offense either. I'm going to be very real with y'all. They're not starting off the game on fire. They're not starting off the game great. They're getting beat by 20, and they're catching up. It's just how it goes in the NFL. All right, defenses start playing back. They start playing soft shell coverage. It's not the same. You get empty numbers. Yeah, man, it's just not the same. I don't think he's not that guy. All right, you got to wake up from that nap.
He put up 283 last year. It looks from the eye test. It's like
I said, without looking at the score and anything, you just looking at the numbers. You would be like, he looks every day.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
He hasn't thrown an interception yet.
Mm-hmm. He ain't thrown a pick yet.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown a pick yet.
I didn't know that.
He has like 4 or 5 touchdowns.
That means you're punting a lot.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
I'm just saying it how it is.
You're right.
You know what I mean? I am. But I'll be real with you. He's not bad. I'm not saying he's bad. I do think he's a good quarterback, but I'm not gonna say he's all that or a bag or whatever. Broncos easy.
Yeah. All right, we'll run around the horn real quick, man.
I'm gonna go back on. I'm not going back on this, but I'm gonna say the Broncos don't have a good offense either. So I think the Jets defense, if they just do regular, they can win. So I'm still say the Jets. I got the Jets on this.
Easy.
The Broncos side.
I got the Broncos, man.
LT.
That's blasphemy, man. Blasphemy. You heard him? All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him say what he's gonna say. He's
right,
Seahawks fan. You know what
exactly.
I mean? Look,
Broncos easy. Broncos easy.
All right. I want to go back to him first because it is a Seahawks game coming up next. You know what I mean? I mean, are you good with LT going first, man? Or you want to go first? I'm gonna let you guys pick this one.
Actually, no, I want everybody to go first. I just want to hear what y'all got to say.
LT, we're going LT first, man. What do you think about this matchup? The Seahawks versus the Jags. The Jags are playing good ball right now. So are the Seahawks.
I think both of them are playing really good ball.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been very, very hard on the quarterback situation for the Seahawks, and I'll take it back now. Sam Darnold's playing really good football.
He is.
Really good football. The only reason they lost last week was because of a helmet. That dude was literally throwing the ball away into the dirt, hit the helmet, and came back up into the hands of the defender. That's just unlucky stuff. That's any given Sunday type of stuff, right? So this is a toss-up game in my opinion. I do like the line. Jags, I don't think are that team. I still don't think they're that great. I just think they're playing in a division that's kind of a toss-up this year.
LT, I don't want to cut you real quick, and this is not the. They got a lot of players out on the are questionable for the Seahawks defense right now. A lot of these guys, they got like 5-6 guys that are questionable right now on the defense. So, but just go ahead, finish up your point.
I just think their offense is playing great right now. I think their offense is playing really, really good football. They're they're spreading the ball around. They're doing really good in play act. They're putting Sam Darnold in great positions, right, to win these games. And they were put in a great. Look, is there any other situation you want? Tie football game. Your team has the ball with a minute and a half left to drive and win the game. That's what you want every single week. They played a perfect game plan. I think if they do that this week, I think they win pretty easily, to be honest with you, over the Jags. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Jags win.
Another quick thing to add in there, basically 4 guys on the Jags offensive line are questionable as well. But you know how that goes a lot of times. I mean, only team I saw with a bunch of questionables and then not play them is Dallas Cowboys. They did that last week. Not to knock them. I'm just saying they had all 4 questionable and they didn't play.
We knew we was playing the Jets. That's why.
Absolutely. Easy. Who you got on this one right here? What you thinking about this?
So both of the quarterbacks, I'm not 100% sure on. Okay. Sam Darnold has a history of being up and down. Now, granted, it could have just been the Jets. Trevor Lawrence looked like a world beater one game, make the playoffs and get, embarrassed. I know it sounds bad, but I'm waiting on one of them to show me how they used, you know what I'm saying? Like what's considered the norm for. Yeah, I'm waiting on one. Right now they riding high, and I'm waiting on one. I like both of their defenses. I like both of their coaches. I like the skill players and stuff that they have. I think that they have talented teams. I think both of those teams hinge on either play calling and the quarterback. And I'm waiting on one of them to drop back to reality and start playing like we usually saw.
Which one do you trust more?
Shit, man. It's hard. I think both of them. I would give it to Trevor Lawrence just because I feel like he's younger.
That's a big one right there. I ain't gonna knock it, dude.
Bro. There's a lot of tape. There's a lot of film on Sam Darnold making, you know what I'm saying, playing the way that we thought he was. You know what I'm saying? Playing the way we thought he was gonna play. Even last year when he was in Minnesota, everybody was speaking highly of him, and he wet the bed when it mattered. I'm just waiting for one of them. It could be you know what I'm saying, Trevor Lawrence, because he's done the same thing. But Darnold has done it more times than Trevor Lawrence has done it.
Now we're gonna go to the Seahawks fan. Man. Who you got in this game?
That was crazy. I don't know what's going. You guys are tripping. Well, first of all, what Sam Darnold did for us that last game, we did not put him in a good position to win. He had to score 5 straight touchdowns for us to even get into the game. We were behind.
Yep, he threw 4 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, and then
played like a monster.
Our 2 losses that we've had this year have been on freak accident plays, like last possession drives. The first game against the Niners, it was a fumble from our player hitting his hand, and then that helmet hitting the. Sam Darnold is balling out. The only reason why we've lost these last the 2 games we've lost is because of freak accidents that don't happen really.
True.
The Jaguars, Travis Hunter went crazy last game. I love the Jaguars team. I love Josh Hines-Allen. He's going to be a problem for us.
I do like him. Yeah,
a lot. Brian Thomas Jr. He's got to find it somewhere. I don't know what he's been doing. He's got to find it eventually. Our defense has been terrible. I don't know what's like Woolen's doing. Tariq Woolen just does not care about football or something. But Seahawks by a blowout. I don't care what y'all talking about. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this between the two quarterbacks. I got to get. I mean, Darnold's shown way more. He's got 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions versus Trevor Lawrence's 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He has more throwing yards than Trevor. I mean, it just by the number, he's I think he's like 71 or 70-something% completions. He's doing his job. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is still. I don't even know why he's really. If you look at his numbers, like from where he's at, how is that team winning? I'm not trying to say he's not doing his job. He's playing well, but it's like 6-5. I mean, how is your team? How are they 4-1? You know, I mean, at the end, he's
balling.
Yeah, he's balling. He's got over 400 something yards rushing right now. He's averaging 80 something yards a game right now. They're playing good ball. I mean,
defense is playing well too. Their linebackers are good.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, but Lawrence is making it do what it do when it counts. And so that's why we got to give that to him. Me personally, I mean, man, it's a tough game to really call. Me personally, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on this one. I mean, I'll go with the Seahawks. We'll go ahead and go to ULT.
I got the Jags. They're at home. They're 3-0 at home. They're very good at home. So I'm gonna go with Jags.
Beezy.
I'll pose a question and then I'll give my answer. Do you think that the Vikings team last year was better than the Seahawks team?
I think the playoffs don't matter what Sam Darnold did in the playoffs. I think the
not even counting the playoffs. I'm talking about the last 2 games of the season.
I think the Seahawks team is, me personally, from what I'm looking at right now.
I like the Seahawks team, but I don't think that they were better than the Vikings last year.
No.
With that being said, I think that Sam Darnold is going to show Sam Darnold colors. With the Jags playing at home, I take the Jags.
Man. We all know, we kind of know this one going to go, but
Sam Darnold chokes in the playoffs. Thank God it's like week 6? Yeah, he's fine. I got the Seahawks.
All right. We're gonna go Chargers Dolphins. Okay, let's go ahead and start this one off with you, VZ. Who you got? Chargers and the Dolphins.
Chargers are a disappointment, man. They look like world beaters one week, and then the next week you like, is this the same roster? Talent-wise, you look across the board, they got a lot of talented players. They got some good linebackers. I love Derwin James as far as defense. Herbert's got all the tools. I think he's down his running backs right now, so they're gonna end up starting some. I think it's Haskins is who's gonna end up splitting with Vidal, the rookie they have from last year, so second-year player. And the Dolphins right now, I don't think that they like their coach. I don't think that they respect him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he can motivate them to go out there and do nothing. I think if they're playing good and he's a fun, quirky guy, but if the game come down to like grit, grind, X's and O's, call the right play, I don't think he's the dude for it. He's set up to be, in my opinion, either a positions coach or a coordinator. I don't think he can lead, at least not at this stage in his career. No Tyreek Hill. I don't think the Dolphins gonna win this.
LT.
Dolphins are a dumpster fire, and I'm going to be real with you. I think this is a perfect get-back game for the Chargers. They haven't played well over the last couple of weeks. I think Herbert looks a little bit off. Timing looks off. Offensive line looks off. Pretty much everything looks off for the Chargers, and they're still in all these games. So they have the talent. Mm-hmm. I think they're head and shoulders above the Dolphins. And I agree with you. Having a Geek Squad member for a coach isn't really helping them out. I don't think the players respect him anymore. And it clearly shows because they're really not playing full potentially, I don't think. Tua looked better. I thought this past week, I thought he looked much better and improved than he's normally been for the rest of this year.
To be honest, I don't even think that's Tua. I think that's Darren Waller.
I could see that too. I could see that too. I agree with that.
Legit red zone threat.
But that's getting him in the right situations, right? And that's kind of what they haven't been doing. And that goes back to coaching. I think they're going to get out coached. They're going to get outplayed. Chargers are going to win this one.
Man.
Chargers are bracket breakers, man. They're, you don't know what you're going to get. But I like the Dolphins without Tyreek Hill a little bit. I like how they've been playing without him. Their offense. I like a chain. I like Waddle. I like Darren Waller. He's finally blowing up again.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is their defense. I think they might let up 1,000 points against the Chargers. So I'd have to say the Chargers too. They got that.
I'm going with the Chargers. Let's go back through it again. VZ, who you got?
Chargers.
LT.
Chargers.
Yeah, man.
Chargers, man.
All right. We're going to go Rams, Ravens. We're going to start off with you, LT, man. Rams, Ravens. What you thinking about this one?
Look, I think everybody's probably looking at this and going, man, 1-4, 1-2, and you're looking at the two teams and you're probably like, maybe it's the Rams. It's definitely not the Ravens. It's the Ravens. They're not playing well. They look like a completely just lost, dysfunctional organization at this point. And I mean every side of the ball, including special teams. They just don't look like they have it right now. I would look for that to change, but I don't think it's going to change this week. I really don't. I think you're going to see a Rams team come in there who just lost on a Thursday night game. They have a couple of extra days to get more prepared for this offense. I think they're going to come out, and that defense is really going to have a great game. Rams win.
Man.
I mean, the Ravens' pass defense has been awful this year.
Horrible.
The Rams' pass offense has been outstanding this year. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think it's probably going to be the Rams off that right there.
Easy.
Man, I don't care if Lamar play or not. I think the Rams finna kill them, bro. Like, I don't think – I mean, don't get me wrong. Lamar make it a more respectable game. They'll score more points. But defensively, like, they look horrible, bro. Like, they can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. Like, I know they did. Then they just got a safety from the Chargers, you know what I'm saying, and traded Adafe Awe, who was a pretty good player. So, like, now you're losing more defensive pressure and more sacks that you really wasn't getting it to begin with. And you're throwing another safety back there. I don't think. And I mean, Matt Stafford, he gon' that's a chiseled veteran core. He gonna tear them up, bro. I got the Rams.
I'm gonna take the Rams on this one too. The Ravens are looking horrible right now. Even when they had Lamar, I mean, some of the games they were able to keep him close, but I'm not seeing it happen. They got blew out last week by the Texans, killed a lot of my plays, and I don't forgive people when you mess up my money. So I'm definitely going with the Rams on this one right here.
If the Ravens lose this game and get blown out and they finish this season abysmal, do we got to start looking at getting rid of Harbaugh?
No.
I think it's tough for them to think that.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
I think so. He ain't got to the big game, and you like, man, we got you, Derrick Henry. You got Lamar Jackson. This is a generational player. We're supposed to have this vaunted defense, or at least the ghost of
Jair Alexander.
He's been horrible.
Anytime your quarterback goes out or your starting quarterback goes out, even if it's for 2 weeks during the season, the coach has a pass. For some reason, that's been the way that they've done it.
And if they get some early picks, they better go defense with those early picks.
They have to.
I agree. You have to.
Yeah. They did last year, and they picked up a safety in the first round, I think.
They got a corner. Yeah.
We got the the Arizona Cardinals versus the Indianapolis Colts. Let's go ahead and start this one off with you, VZ, man. What are you looking at for this Cardinals versus Colts game?
I really like the Colts defense, even though everybody's talking about Daniel Jones. I really, really like the Colts defense. They got some good corners. They play a good scheme. They play really sound defense. Daniel Jones has been looking amazing right now, which I don't know if that's because Daniel Jones was always this good or if the Giants are just that bad. So I still don't know yet, because once again, we're only a couple games into the season, but kind of the same trepidation I have with Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Sam Darnold is like, he ain't got a history of looking good. So I'm wondering, and I may be wrong, I'm wondering, is he going to have one of those games where you be like, there go Daniel Jones now? Like, that's the dude that we saw in New York, and this is why he came here to essentially compete for a job and not get signed and be wooed in free agency. I do think that Kyler and particularly Marvin Harrison Jr. will have a bounce-back game. I think that they really need to work on their connection, but I think that this could be a game where they at least start to get it going. I still think that the Colts is going to win, but I do like the Cardinals' chances.
LT.
I like the Cardinals' chances in here a lot. in this game. And mobile quarterbacks give some teams certain fits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is one of those teams that has a problem with that typically. I could see him going off this game and get a bounce back, especially seeing his body language at the end of last game. He looks pissed off. He looks like he's very angry. He looks like he's ready to kind of go off at any moment and kind of just take it over and stop worrying about the rest of his team, stop giving the ball away, he's going to start running everywhere this game. So I do think that's going to cause fits. That being said, Daniel Jones, again, I apologize. I was not familiar with your game, man. He's playing unreal right now. He's also vaulting up my list as far as MVP candidates, just the way he's playing and leading a team that we had in the dumpster fire in the preseason. So I like the Colts here. I do. I think Murray is going to cause a lot of problems this game, and I think it's going to be very close, but I do see the Colts winning.
Man.
Yeah, I like the Colts whole team. And then I'm still shaky on Daniel Jones. I don't know. I can't give it to him yet. Yeah. I can't give it to him yet. But I love the Colts team. Their defense. I love their D-line, their linebackers. Everything about their team was built for a quarterback. So just gave them the most mid of quarterbacks. they hoop. And I don't like the Cardinals. Their team is like placed weird. Like their team got supposedly like Marvin Harrison Jr. is supposed to be a great player. I don't know what's going on with him. Yeah, McBride's great tight end.
Kyler.
McBride's a great tight end. Of course, it's a mobile QB and a tight end. They're gonna have that connection better. I think the offense though is just too random. Like it's just they don't know. They're just playing schoolyard football. I think on their offense, and I think their defense doesn't have too much either. Their defense is almost the same way. The Colts have way more structure, and call me biased, but I got the Colts.
Yeah. I look at Kyler Murray is questionable for this game coming into this game. Zay Jones is also questionable. He has two of his offensive lines questionable. 4 players on defense are also questionable. Me personally, I've lost confidence in Kyler Murray. He's pulled off some close games. He's done that, but for some, he can't connect with his receivers. He can't throw the ball down the field that well. He doesn't seem to do that. That's what I'm looking at. You have a huge receiver like a Marvin Harrison Jr. He should be looking as good as the kid up over there in Seattle. That's how I look at it. So I feel like it's Kyler. He knows he's out here. I think they said they have a new practice facility coming in 2020. He said 2028. He said, I hope I'll be here because he knows, guy, you're not doing the job. I guarantee you. Josh Allen's not going to say, I hope I'll be here in Buffalo. He's not going to say that because he knows that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. So me personally, I'm going to go. I'm going with the Colts, man. I look at the Colts. Their running backs doing a great job. Daniel Jones, he's doing a great job as well too. They're playing good football, solid football. So I'm definitely going with the Colts. We'll kick it back around you, VZ. Start who you got in this game.
I'm going with the Colts.
LT.
Yeah, Kyler doesn't have that leadership gene that some of these other quarterbacks have in the league. I think that's a huge problem. Colts.
Man. Come on now. Yeah, the Cardinals, I love to hear this right now. The Cardinals never had a chance. It's the Colts.
I always like to start off the segment with the person whose team it is, but I like what we did with Man last time. How we let the person go last after he hears all of us pound his team into the ground. We're going to go ahead and start this one off with you, LT. We got the Cowboys and we got the Panthers. What you think about this one?
All right. So this is a hard one, okay? Division rivalry for me in the Panthers. That's a very, very different team when they play in that home stadium, okay, compared to when they play. I don't know what it is or what it does mentally for them, but they actually look like a professional football team when they play at home. When they play away, they look like a peewee team. So it's crazy to me on that end. That being said, I think I'm starting to trust Dak Prescott, and I never thought I would say that in my life since college, to be honest with you. It's crazy to me that I'm saying that. He has 1,356 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's taking care of the football for the first time in his career to me. The offense is playing fantastic. They're running the ball well. The line is playing great, I think. I don't see this being good for the Panthers as well as they can play at home. I think that's going to keep them in it for a little bit, about 3 quarters maybe. I see the Cowboys just lighting up the scoreboard, man. And I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with them.
Man.
So the thing about the Cowboys is they're a good team, and I get, we all love what Dak's been doing lately.
Yep.
But there's this dude that I know that he just screams at the TV every time he watches the Cowboys play, and I just don't think trusting Dak makes any sense to anybody. This is my childhood right here that I'm talking about. But I'm telling you right now, I like the Panthers defense. I like Trevin Wallace. I like what they got, Derek Brown and J.C. Horn. Those players, that's a linebacker, defensive lineman, and cornerback right there. I love when the team has all 3 levels able to do something. And their offense, if Bryce Young, because Bryce Young too is not someone you could really rely on. But what they given him with receivers, with McMillan, Leggett, and Renfro, like their team has so many pieces. And then you got Dowdle out there too. He's he's going to be playing. Chuba Hubbard, he might come back. I don't know how he's doing, but their team right now is doing nice. And then same thing is at home, and I just don't trust Dak. Same thing with Daniel Jones. I have them in the same category basically. And I think Panthers is.
That's crazy.
Easy.
Man has some interesting takes.
That's
man.
crazy.
I love it.
Daniel
these,
Jones.
man.
Okay. Hey, man. Everybody's entitled to opinions, even if they're wrong. There's 2 things that make me nervous about this game. Number 1, they're playing at home, and to LT's point, they play good at home. Number 2, I think Dowdle is going to have a little bit of a little bit of chip on his shoulder. Might be running a little bit harder. And I really like McMillan. I really do like McMillan. But I don't know if you can trust Bryce Young. He's real up and down. Now, granted, our defense ain't nothing to write home about. We looked better last week, but we played the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think something that gives us problem, I don't know defensively if we played more man last week, because I think we really need to get out of zone as far as defense and start playing more man. But I just don't think that they will have enough offensively, because with all the receivers that you named, Hunter Renfrow ain't did nothing. Leggett is looking like a disappointment as of late, and he has all the physical tools. Their running game is kind of iffy because you used to have a 1-2 with Hubbard and Dowdle. Dowdle's going to have a little chip on his shoulder, so that may balance out. I think it'll be interesting for like the first half. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see it being close for the first half, and I think second half adjustments will pull away.
I'm going to go with the Cowboys on this, me personally. I just don't have the confidence in Bryce Young. I don't see that. I mean, he's not looking great. He's basically teeing off on McMillan. He's basically throwing. I mean, he's the guy. And anybody else, there's no one else after that. That's a problem. Dowdle had a good game last game. I mean, that's really where he got most of the yards from. Yeah, that's really where he got everything from that he just did. But he hasn't been playing. They had Chuba Hubbard, behind over there. When I look at him though, the Cowboys still have 3 of their offensive linemen that are questionable. You know what I mean? That may not play. But am I going to sit back and say that Bryce Young is going to come in here and pick them apart and he's going to do something more? No. What I'm looking at is Dak Prescott. He's put up over 1,300 yards. He has 10 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. He's completing 70% of his passes. You got a running back that's got over 400, almost 450 yards. You're playing a complete offense right now. And you don't even have CeeDee Lamb. Yep. You know what I mean? So that's that. They're a problem on offense. On defense, like you said, they're questionable. But me personally, I got the Cowboys on this one. We're gonna go ahead and hit you, LT. Who you got?
Cowboys. It'll be closer than people think, but Cowboys.
Man.
I got the Panthers. I think the Panthers is gonna get them.
VZ.
I don't know why you asked me that shit. I'm going to Cowboys. I think they're gonna win the game. And as a side note for whoever Cowboys team representative is watching, start Maris Leofau and take out Jack Sanborn.
Let's go.
Please take out Jack Sanborn and put Maris Leofau. I'll take the penalty. He's more athletic. He can just move. He's a better linebacker for today's game. Sanborn got stone feet. He can't move.
All right. We got another game where we have a guy on here who is, they have a little interest in the game, even though the team might not be that
Hey,
great.
look, that was his Super Bowl last week.
We got the Patriots and we got the Saints. We're gonna go ahead and start off with you, VZ. You know what I mean? With who do you got? The Patriots or you got the Saints? I mean, we're not gonna pick them, but give us a breakdown of the game.
Vrabel is always a hard-nosed defensive coach. The Saints defense got good names on it. They're a little bit older, you know what I'm saying, a little bit long in the tooth as of right now. They can muster that up every now and then, you know what I'm saying, every other week or so, in certain situations they can play. I think now, I mean, I ain't saying the Patriots offense is like world beaters, but I do think that this last game did wonders for Stephon Diggs and Drake May's confidence. I think that Drake May is going to start playing at a more consistent level, knowing that he got somebody like Stephon Diggs out there that can do what he was doing. They gotta get a handle on what's the Stevenson? He gotta stop turning the ball over, bro. He gotta stop fumbling. He is horrible, like a turnover machine right now. I think that eventually he's going to lose his job to Henderson, the rookie running back. But I mean, right now he's forcing their hand. Like he looks like a better player at times, but then he'll fumble the ball, and it's like, all right, we gotta go with Trayvon. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't really do anything else. I don't know if. I just don't think the Saints have enough. Like, it's going to take a vintage performance from, like, Kamara, which I think he's listed as questionable. He rolled his ankle or something in practice. I mean, I forgot Chris Olave was on their team. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, you know what I mean? Now, granted, he get a concussion just about the same rate as Tua does. So I'm like, I just don't see where it's going to come from unless you know what I'm saying, they just forget how to play offense and the Saints defense just all of a sudden shows up and it's like world beaters. I don't think it's gonna really do much. Drake May gonna look good this game.
Man.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, both teams are sorry, but it's just the offense of both teams. It's gross team. It's both gross teams to me. The Patriots beating the Bills
that's crazy.
Insane. Like, I could have never guessed that. Like, the defense of the Patriots, Christian Gonzalez.
I love Christian Gonzalez.
Fire player.
Yeah.
Other than him, though, it's like Barmore, and then I don't know who else. Their defense has nothing there. But when you're going against a team that runs screenplays only, it's just like, okay, yeah, you don't need a great defense to play against them. And I think the Patriots, if they can get Drake May and Stephon Diggs to keep doing that just every single game.
That's a problem.
Like, your team's going to be a great team, or it's going to be a team that'll upset a lot of teams. Not great, but they will upset a lot of teams. And I think it's going to be the Patriots too, just because the Saints they should want to lose, even though they have all these old dudes. They should probably just want to lose.
LT.
Yes, we should want to lose, and I'm very upset that we won last week, if I'm being honest with you. It took a world-class awful performance for us to beat the Giants, if I'm being honest. I've never seen a quarterback dribble a ball into the floor like that. But that being said, we'll go this week, right? Drake May is playing in a dome, okay? Stephon Diggs playing in a dome this week, correct? So you're going to see almost perfection from that offense. Saints don't have the speed on defense. All right, we have, and if we're being real about it, the Giants' turnovers happened on our side of the field. That could have easily been a blowout, just as easy as it was the other way. I don't see this going well for my team in any way, shape, or form. We are way too slow on the defensive side of the ball to keep up with this team. They're going to run it down our throat. They're going to throw it down our throat. And then our offense, our quarterback just saved his job last week. Okay, yeah. If I'm being very honest.
He did. Yeah.
Otherwise, Shook is coming in, correct? So I don't see Rattler playing well this week, and then we're going to go right back to the quarterback controversy. Well, we have some of the most delusional fans in the world in New Orleans, even worse than the Cowboys.
I was going to say, I don't know about that.
And the reason I say that is because I guarantee you this week everybody's going to be in there loud as can be because we finally won a game, and everybody's going to be saying, oh, we're back, we beat the Giants, we're going to beat the brakes off of this team. No, we're not. Stop it. This is going to be bad from start whistle to last whistle. I don't see this going well. You might actually see Shook come into this game in the third quarter.
I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm going to make this real short and sweet for you guys. I'm going with the Patriots. I don't see this even being a game. I don't see the Saints beating this team. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. VZ.
Yeah, I got the Patriots, man. Easy win.
Man.
Patriots by the second quarter.
LT.
Oh, the Saint. No, I'm kidding. No, honestly, man, the only way we win this game is if you have a letdown by the Patriots, who just won their Super Bowl this past weekend. That's the only way we win, is if they have a letdown. Period.
Man. Did we already hit you with that one?
Yeah.
Already. Okay. Hey, look, we're moving on to the next one. We got the Browns and we got the Steelers. Let's go ahead and run through this one real quick. You guys go ahead. Man, who you got for this? Browns or the Steelers?
The Browns don't got the offensive line to handle the Steelers. I don't think that Jalen Ramsey, everything on the Steelers defense is crazy. And I think, the Steelers are about to go crazy with this one. Divisional game, I get it, but I got the Steelers for sure.
VZ.
I think this is the game where Dylan looks real pedestrian against those, you know what I'm saying, those veterans on the Steelers side of on the defensive side of the ball. This is going to be the game where I think they're going to get blown out. It's going to look really bad, and I think this is going to be the game that starts the controversy of, should we play Shador? You know, we're not going anywhere anyway. We might as well put him in there and see what we got thing. I don't think that the Browns have enough offensively. I mean, even Judkins, and I really, really, really like Judkins. I think they're going to be playing from behind so much. Game script is going to kind of push him out the way. They're going to have to. This is a game where Dylan is going to have to throw the ball, and that's going to make him make a lot of mistakes against this defense. And he's going to look really bad, in my opinion.
LT.
I would love to agree with the Gabriel and Shador thing, to be honest with you. And I just don't see it happening no matter how bad he plays. I just don't see him coming onto the field, guys. It's just not going to happen at this point.
You think it's Stefanski or what?
I just think it's an organizational thing. I really do think that they put him there for media attention. I just don't see him touching the field. They're not practicing him with the first team at all. He's not getting any reps really in there, so I don't see them setting him up to get any game time whatsoever, no matter what, this season. You might see that happen in the offseason because there's going to be so much pressure to do so for the rest of this season, because I don't see them doing well, right, for the rest of the year. Unless Dylan Gabriel turns into Tom Brady, they're just not going to be great. That being said, this week, Steelers, it's going to come down to Boswell kicking a 40-yard field goal to win the game. It's going to be close. It's always close between these two, even if one of them's winless.
Yeah.
It's the way it works. These two hate each other. It's another one of those games to where there's just bad blood. There's going to be a lot of runs in this game, a lot of just downhill running football in between the tackles, smash mouth, and that's the type of football I like to watch. So I think it's going to be a good game, better than people think, but I think the Steelers win by a Boswell field goal at the end.
I'm going Steelers myself as well. Let's go ahead and run this for background. I mean, me personally, I don't see Myles Garrett right now is questionable. You know what I mean? So I know he's going to play. He's tough. He's the heart and soul of their defense. If he doesn't play, they're getting blown out. I mean, they have good other players, don't get me wrong, but I think Myles Garrett gets so much attention. It helps everyone else become a little bit better. I saw Ward get exposed last week to me a little bit. He was getting dogged. I mean, Justin Jefferson, of course, he's top. Yeah. Guy. I mean, I can't really dog him for getting beat by Jefferson, but he didn't look like he should have looked versus Jefferson and the kind of pressure they were getting up front. So I'm going Steelers. Run back around the horn real quick, VZ.
I think what the point that you just made about Ward kind of getting exposed a little bit, they also traded Newsome today. You know what I'm saying? The other corner. I think it's the beginning and the end for the Browns. I think that they know that this ain't gonna do much. I got the Steelers, man.
Man.
I really like DK. You know, I think he's gonna be. I think if they go against the Browns, Steelers can just get a 8-second touchdown, and the Browns can't score fast enough to go against the Steelers. If the Steelers really want to go that route, it's going to be tough for them. They can score anyway. I don't think the Browns can, so I think the Steelers is going to kill them. Both defenses are crazy, though, but I think the Steelers do it.
LT.
Low-scoring game. Boswell wins it.
And this next one, let's just, oh my bad, let's say Steelers.
Mhm.
This next one, let's just run through and pick a team. You know what I mean, just to make because it's the Titans and the Raiders. What do we really got to say about the Titans? I mean, let's just be real. You know, what
congratulations,
I mean?
Titans!
We can talk
One
about
game, baby.
things that we want to talk about.
One game,
You know
man.
what I mean? I'm going to say the Raiders. I'm going to throw a team out there and say the Raiders are going to win for no particular reason. What about you, LT?
Raiders. Raiders.
Man.
Come on, Pete Carroll. Let's get it.
What about you, Beezy?
I'm gonna buck the trend, man. I'm gonna go Titans. Gino gonna throw 5 picks, man. I don't care.
I love that.
All right, next game we got the 49ers and the Buccaneers. This is a good game right here. Let's go ahead and start this one off with you, man. Who do you got going with the 49ers and the Buccaneers?
I think the whole Niners team is injured, and Brock Purdy's trash. So he don't know what to do when the team's injured at all, which is crazy. And then Bosa being out forever, the Buccaneers is going to destroy them. I think the Buccaneers, the way they played us, if they don't play against the Niners that good, I'll be hot. Because they played off against us. They played against us, so they better go crazy against the Niners.
LT.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy for me, man. Buccaneers, I had them as the best team in the South. I didn't realize they were one of the best teams in the NFC or the NFL at that point. They have a easy at this point in the season front runner for MVP in Baker Mayfield. I think he's number one right now, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's who I would pick at this point if it was to end. And I do think they're probably the best team right now, too, top to bottom. The way they just played in Seattle showed me a lot of what they have as far as offensively and defensively. I know they got lucky at the end with that pick, but they put themselves in that position to win that game. So, again, and 49ers are just dismantled as far as injuries. Brock's not playing this week, right? I think it's still
Mac Jones.
Those guys, both of them are questionable right now.
Yeah, man. I don't see this going. And listen, Mac's playing better than Brock would. So
right now, yeah.
If we're being honest, that's who you would want playing anyway. He's not even up to par to win this game, in my opinion. I think they're going to go into a very hostile environment against the best team in the league right now, and they're going to get absolutely crushed.
Okay. Veezy.
I think the Bucks, they just got a better team right now, especially they're healthier. I mean, if it would have been different if everybody was fully healthy and may have been closer, even though I would still get an edge to the Bucks. But I mean, the 49ers just don't seem to have it no more. Their defense is not what we anticipated being usually, and that's usually because Bosa's always hurt. Mac Jones is playing a little better than what Purdy was playing. His connection with Kendrick Bourne is showing, you know what I'm saying? So they was going off. I just still don't think they have enough. Christian McCaffrey, I think he's lost a step, even though he's so good. His lost a step is still better than a good 70% of the league. I think Baker and them gonna light him up, man.
I'm going with the Buccaneers as well. I don't see, the 49ers having too much for them. They got a lot of players injured. But so does. I mean, two of Baker's main wide receivers are hurt right now. So, I mean, it could be a good game. The 49ers have surprised me this whole season. They're 4-1 right now. Same record as Buccaneers. Round the horn real quick. You guys let us know who you got, LT.
Bucks.
Man.
I got the Bucks by 100.
Beezy.
I got the Bucks by 2 scores.
Okay, we got one more that I want to just run through pretty quickly here. I mean, it could be a better game than expected, but it's the Bengals versus the Packers. So we're gonna go ahead and start this one off with you, VZ. What are you looking like for the Bengals and the Packers?
I really hate to say this, but Micah Parsons for the Packers finna kill the Bengals. I don't even like saying that because he played for the Packers, and I low key hating on him right now.
He got 10 sacks
but
this week.
He's gonna have at least 2.5 this week. The Bengals offensive line is terrible. Joe Flacco is a statue. Now, granted, he's got some better weapons to throw to, but it don't matter if you're on your back. So I think that I really wish that one of the Packers receivers would kind of separate themselves. They all have like a bunch of good receivers, but not like a great one. and they all kind of take turns, having a spotlight every other week. Love is good. I do like him. I think that they're just a better team than the Bengals. I think there's no way the Bengals win this game.
LT.
Going to the Packers, playing as bad a football as you are against a defensive line that has who you just named. I don't think this is going to go well for them at all. They might even lose another quarterback this week.
For real.
As many times as he's going to get hit. That's a very good defense, especially on the line. This is going to be very bad. Packers by probably 2 to 3 scores.
Man.
At least.
Yeah, I think the Packers, they're going to get back on the Super Bowl watch. Like they fell off of it a little bit, but I think the same thing with the receivers though. They have like 5 Tyler Lockett's basically. Like their team is just the receivers are just like all number 2s. I think but the Bengals. I don't even. Joe Flacco, is he even fit to play? Like, does he know the playbook? And just like the simple.
He's gonna be like Chase out there somewhere.
Yeah, he's got to chuck it.
It's gonna be backyard ball.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it's gonna be.
Run to the corner.
Running game non-existent. No running game. Yeah.
Nothing has to happen. Just chuck it. T. Higgins and Chase.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna pick the Packers. I think the Packers got a pretty decent team here. I think the Bengals are just horrible right now. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have an offensive line, and it's just hard for them to do anything with the ball. LT.
Oh yeah, definitely Packers. Definitely
Packers, man.
Man.
Packers, man. It's just they got to.
All right, we got the Lions and the Chiefs coming up, you guys, man. Who do you got, Easy man? Tell me what you got.
Man, I think the Lions are starting to hit their stride. The Chiefs is still kind of figuring it out. I think they'll be a little bit better once Rashee Rice comes back, because then everybody can kind of move into place. What's the dude that they got? Thornton, Tyquan Thornton. I think he's been playing better, but he's going to play even better when Rashee Rice is on the field. All those other people start to be complimentary, and they can excel in their roles once Rashee Rice comes back. Granted that he's in football shape, and I think he's just suspended, so he's healthy. I think he should be fine. But with that being said, the Lions, man, like they got so many things they can do on offense. Matt Patricia got balls. Not Patricia, but what's the coach name? Campbell. Dan Campbell. He got balls, man. He's gonna call the play. He gonna go for it. You know what I mean? He's gonna go for 2. He ain't trying to beat you. He's trying to put you away. I think he tried to make statements every time they win a game, especially on a game like this. Is this a Sunday or a Monday night game? Is it prime time?
Prime time, 5:20.
Yeah.
Prime time on Sunday, yeah. So I think Jared Goff's gonna light it up. That ain't to say that Mahomes and them ain't gonna put up a fight. It's still Mahomes. They're gonna find a way to get in. Mahomes has been doing a lot with his legs this year, which says a lot about his receiving core. But I don't think that they can overcome even though I really do like the Chiefs defense overall, I don't think they can overcome the offense and the big playability of the Lions.
LT.
This is one of those interesting games this weekend that I can see kind of going either way. The reason I say that is because the Chiefs, they're losing close, right? And again, they're always a really, really great team with Patrick Mahomes. We've said it before. He's been that guy, right? Mm-hmm. So knowing that, I'm also looking at the other side, and I'm saying, how does this compare when I compare position players, right? Position players to me, Lions are better. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Line to me, Lions are better.
The line, you give it to the Lions, even though
offensive line, yes. Offensive line, I would give it to the Lions. 100%. Defensive line, yep. I would still give it to them. 100%. 100%. Just the way that they move the football, the way they protect the pocket. You could put me in center. They're probably going to be fine. I love the way they play football on offense. Defensively, they're a little questionable to me on defense, which means Mahomes, I think, is going to find a lot more success than he has earlier in the year. I do think the Chiefs can squeak this one out and kind of get back into contention. I think they're better than people are giving them credit for. And y'all know me. I'm a huge Chiefs hater. I don't like the Chiefs in any way, shape, or form. I hope they lose every game of the year. I just see them winning this game very, very close at the end if they can control the ball. That's the secret in this game. He's got to protect the ball, and he's only thrown 2 interceptions this season. So I think if they protect the ball, I think they're going to be right in it at the end with a chance to walk off with a game-winning field goal, maybe to win by 2.
Man.
This game's like a shaky one for me. You know, I always want to go for the Chiefs. I hate counting out Mahomes, and I'm just like I think their record, the way the records are, I'm like, okay, yeah, the Lions really don't want. They're up in the record. I think they're 4-1, and the other teams are like, you know, they're all in the similar area, like 3-2, 2-3. So I think the Lions could lose one, and it'd be like, you know, they'd still be up, but they'd be like, all right. But the Chiefs, their whole thing is like almost the same record. So their whole thing's like the same record. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, they could lose one and still make the playoffs. That's how I'm thinking about it. Like who needs this game more?
Almost feels like a must win. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like both teams like kind of really do need this because it's going to be tough for them. I think I hate to go against Mahomes, but yeah, I think the Lions, man, 4-1, they're about to go as crazy as they can go because they got some monsters on their team that want to kill. I think they're going to go for that.
I'm looking at them like this. I see the Lions got 2 running backs over 300 yards. I think Amon-Ra, I think he's questionable for the game. I think another one of the receivers are also questionable as well. So that kind of gives a little bit of cause for pause. But when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, their leading running back is the quarterback. He has 190 yards. I mean, that speaks volumes right there. I mean, he's doing the most he can do. He's like 60% completion, which is like subpar for him. And he should be at least 67. You know, he's up there normally. The receivers are not doing too much either. I mean, so it just, to me, I'm going to go with the Lions just based on the fact of, you know, the potential weapon. If the receiving core is out, it's a problem for them to move the ball. But you still got 2 good running backs. You got a good quarterback. I mean, you know, and so right now they're playing better than the Chiefs are. So I'm going to go with the Lions. Let's move this around the horn. LT.
Yeah, Travis Kelce plays better. The Chiefs win.
Man.
Yeah, I got Lions. They gonna go crazy. They defense is still here. Everything's better with them.
Easy.
I still got the Lions, but I don't think that's gonna stop the Chiefs from making the playoffs. And I ain't betting against Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. We got the Bills and the Falcons. Let's start off with you, LT. Who you got?
It's another team I hope loses every week. The Falcons. I can't stand Atlanta in any sport. It's just awful place. Just gross. Yeah, y'all could quote me on that. New Orleans beats you 9 times out of 10. Let's go. All right. So Falcons. I'm not sold on them in any way. I know some of y'all on the panel think they're better than what I think they are. I don't think they're good in any way, shape, or form. The Bills just got embarrassed. If we're going to be very honest, they played like absolute trash. I've never seen them have that many penalties. They have a great coach. They're a well-coached football team, and they looked like they were just non-existent on the sidelines. There were more flags in that game than you'll normally see. Josh Allen looked terrible. This is a bounce back game. It's a perfect game, a perfect team for them to be playing the week after this. I don't see this going well at all for the Falcons. I think they're going to get embarrassed this week.
Okay, man.
Their team. I like Michael Penix, but I just don't think Michael Penix has been doing what he's supposed to do with this team. You know, like the Falcons are a great, like their offense. When I look at it, it looks like a great offense. Like, you know, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Not that those are great players, but it's just like they Drake London's like what, 6'4", fast. He runs routes. You know,
you ain't even said Bijan yet.
You know, exactly. Like Bijan, like that's a Saquon in himself. Like, you know, like you look at these players, these are great players to me. Like off physicals and off paper, like, you know, I think they're great players. Their defense has some dogs on it too. I think they got some pieces for real. Unfortunately, they're going against the Bills, who is a crazy team. Like, you know, they just lost. They undefeated. They lost. I don't think they beaten the team that
they come in full blast this week.
Yeah, Bills are going to be showing themselves.
Easy.
I don't believe in Michael Penix. He ain't showing me nothing to where I was like, okay, like that's promising. You know, I don't think And anytime he has had a decent game, it's been against subpar competition. I like their coach. I like their position players. Bijan is a beast. I think Drake London should be, it can be a number one receiver. I don't know why people in Atlanta refuse to use Kyle Pitts, but I think that all the stuff on their team, like you said, you look at them and you're like, okay, this looks like it should be all right. I just don't think Penix is the guy. I don't think he's the guy. And then, like you said, the Bills is coming off losing. They're gonna be real motivated this week. That defense gonna be flying around. Josh Allen gonna remind you why he won MVP last year. I think this is a trap game. There's a horrible game for the Falcons. I think they're gonna look really, really bad this week.
I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one too. I don't see them beating. I mean, Michael Penix is not playing very well. I think he's like 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, or something like that on the season. He's not looking good. I mean, you can't use any other weapons if a quarterback can't move the ball for you. So I'm going with the Bills as well. Let's go around the horn. LT.
Bills, please.
Man.
I got the Bills.
Easy.
Bills by 3 scores.
I love it. All
right, now we got this Monday night game right here, man. Bears versus the Commanders. Last game of the week. Who you got, VZ?
This is an ass Monday night game, bro. Why is this? Why we got the Bears? And then, don't get me wrong, I like the Commanders, and maybe that's why they did it. I'm not a big believer of Caleb Williams. I think that he had a lot of hype coming out of college, and they just wanted him to be the guy. I don't think that he's that guy. He's got a great team. They put everything they possibly can around him. I mean, the star offensive mind from the Lions who showed you all what he can do. They gave him ample receivers. You know what I mean? He's got a decent running game, but it can do something. I think that his mechanics are horrible. I think that he does not plant his feet. Like he still plays like he's in college, and he thinks he can make every throw or squeeze that in there. He takes way too many chances. Don't get me wrong. I like a quarterback that takes chances, but I think he takes too many. I think the Commanders beat them handily.
LT.
Yeah, I like the Commanders at home in this situation, man. That's another team that plays really, really well on their home field compared to when they're away. And the Bears, I don't trust them in any way, shape, or form. Offensively, defensively, coaching, quarterback. They could have Joe Montana at quarterback this year. I don't think they'd be good. They're just not set up roster-wise. I don't feel like as well as the Commanders. Plus, the Commanders really, really impressed me with the way that they played this past week. That was a good team football win, not just, hey, we played great on offense and we snuck it out, or we played great on defense and we eked by. They outdid every facet of that game. So I think if they continue playing this, you could see them sneak back into, top team in the league as far as top 5, top 8 teams in the league pretty quickly. I do think they win this game pretty handily, though.
Man.
I think you guys are tripping on the Bears right now. Super bad. Because, first of all, this game is not a bad Monday night game. This is the 2 players in the same draft class. These quarterbacks right here, same draft class. Remember last time they played? What was it? A Hail Mary win? Mm-hmm. That was a fire ending to a game. That was a beautiful ending. And the Bears had a great offseason. Their roster-wise, they had they picked up a safety, Kevin Byard, and they got Grady Jarrett. They got a couple of players on their defense. Not that they played a great defensive season so far, but I think they have DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore. They got Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet. They drafted what they team roster wise is up there. They're not something to throw away. And then you look at the Commanders. The Commanders roster is not crazy compared to them. It's a similar roster, just easier schedule. Caleb Williams is not as good as Jaden Daniels for sure, but
that's what I think the difference is.
Yeah,
time. Yeah,
but I think it's a sort of rivalry type of game right here. This is going to be a big game. It's going to be close. I think the Bears on that.
Interesting.
Me personally, I'm gonna probably go. I'm probably go with the Commanders. The Commanders myself. I'm not really seeing both of them are playing good though. They're both 500 teams. They're both 500 teams right now. I just don't see the Bears don't have a lot else to offer. But at the same time, though, the Commanders aren't really, they're not like the rest of their running game. Everything else like that is not really showing improving either. But I just got more faith in Jaden Daniels right now than I have in Caleb Williams. That's just kind of how I see it. But let's run this around the horn real fast. VZ, who you got?
I got the Commanders, man.
Man.
Is Terry McLaurin even healthy? Is he even healthy?
He's out.
He's out.
Debo
Man,
been going off.
Yeah, he has been, but I got the Bears. I got the Bears for this one.
LT.
I think we've seen the Bears at their peak. I got Commanders.
All right. That wraps it up for this week. I think we've given you guys some great picks this week. I'm gonna send it to run with. You know what I mean? Let's we're gonna have to check this out and come back next week and kind of talk about what we look like. I think we should all come back and look at our record. You know what I mean?
That's right. I think, we should start putting our records up.
We should put it down at the bottom.
We should
undefeated.
We should have our records.
We're gonna have to go back through to the first one. Last time we did it and kind of see where we're at, man. But this has been Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with the guru LT, my guy, man, and the dude VZ. Hey, we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, sir.